on, y'all. So, yeah, you see two of us. It's okay though. Things happen. Things happen. Ant-Man, unfortunately, work dealt him a bad blow today, so he's pretty tired. So he had to sit this one out. We understand. We all work. Silk the same. He's working actually till like midnight tonight. So yeah, that wasn't gonna happen either. But it is what it is, man. We still the corner. We still the corner strong, man. Even if it's just two of us.
Oh yeah, man. Always remember, anything in life is guaranteed is change. So just gotta learn how to adapt to it.
Indeed. So this is what, episode 13.
13.
Yep,
My
episode
favorite
13.
That too.
Right. So this is episode 13 of season 2, and this episode is entitled "My Brother's Keeper." This whole segment is pretty much just going to be about, it doesn't really just have to be people's brothers, it could be your sister or your cousin or whoever have you. But, at what point is it not necessary for you to be there for that person, if that makes sense? And then at what point will you do whatever for them? Mm-hmm. So it's like, what are you willing to do and what are you willing not to do?
Yeah.
So that's the whole, thing about the segment. We're just going to go into that topic and just talk about, what it is for our brothers or whoever we value that we would do for, and then just some things, some lines we just won't cross. Mm-hmm. So, we should go ahead and kick it off. I actually want to open it up with an incident that happened with my little brother, my blood brother. So he was going through some things or whatever. He didn't really know how to express himself, how to talk to me or whatever. And I was like, yo, man, come on, just let me know what's going on in your head, man. Let me in. And, he pretty much shut me out. So, of course, I'm a big brother, so it's big brother mode. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm going to find you. I'm going to figure out what's going on with you. You're not going to, I don't want you to do anything bad to yourself. So granted, he didn't. He was just, walking around just trying to clear his head. But, when I finally got to him, he broke down. And then the funny thing is, after all this, he told me, he said, I knew if one person was going to find me, it was going to be you. And I was like, yeah, it's just all about being my brother's keeper because, with him, I told him there's nothing I wouldn't do for you. I'll chase you to the end of the earth if I have to. I'm your brother, so therefore, if you're hurting, I'm hurting. I need to know what's going on with you so I can help you, so you can take some of my strength to build yourself up. But with that being said, that's just, kind of a tidbit into what I mean as far as being my brother's keeper. What will you do for them? What are you willing to do for them? So that's just my opener for it.
Awesome. And in my case, I don't have any brothers biologically. I am an only child. Been like that for most of my life, and I can firmly say that changed once I actually moved to Covington. If you know, you know. But moving into area where I've met 3 wonderful brothers. Vincent right across from me, Tony that's that couldn't make it in, and Silk that couldn't make it as well. I had no brothers prior to that, and I'm very thankful that they was able to welcome me in because I was pretty much a new guy, definitely not used to the area. A lot of cows, trees, chickens, and all that. I was like, man, this is not gonna go well at all. I knew for a fact that I was not gonna meet people, and they just kind of thrust themselves upon me, and kind of forced me to open up too, because I was never really an open person, But they came along and they've made me feel a lot comfortable with talking to them, and of course talking to people, because like I said, I was never really an open book or anything like that. Kind of just had a mystique or poker face, kind of a mentality, but it really wasn't. If it was for them, I wouldn't be able to communicate effectively, and of course foreseeing the corner. So for them to go above and beyond just to have me a part of their life, and just have me realize that I can come to them and they can come to me. That's pretty dope. Can't really ask for better brothers, a better set of brothers, than them three, and I'm very thankful for that.
Thankfully for you, dog.
Word.
I mean, just to expunge on what he's saying or whatnot, I remember there was a time we all kind of lost contact and whatnot, and it wasn't because we didn't want to be around each other or anything like that. Just life just happened, you know. Everybody got older, things were moving around or whatever, and I took it upon myself to develop a group chat for us, so we can always just kind of keep in contact, whether we just messaging each other. I mean, we still use it to this day. Whether we're just messaging each other, whether or not we send each other memes or whatever, keeping each other encouraged, just anything to keep that, keep that closeness together and whatnot. Because, I found myself kind of slipping away, and I was like, dang, man, I need some shoulders to kind of, help me up. Because, I can't really, just do it on my own. You can have a significant other or a spouse, well, that's fine. But sometimes you need some of that, let me say it right, camaraderie.
There you go.
So, kind of keep you on the straight and narrow, man, because sometimes, like, when you're significant other, you can only do so much as far as, oh, let's do this together, let's play a game, let's go to a movie, blah, blah. It's like, after a while, I was like, man, I got to be around my boys, man. Like, I got to be around some men or whatever, So, like, when we started this show, whatnot, the whole, or at least my whole goal was to bring them out of their shells. Get them to talk or whatever, whatever you want to leave, you can leave out on the table, leave out in the corner, which we always did back in the day, or whatever. But, like I said, that was just sponging on what he's saying or whatever. But back to the actual topic of, my brother's keeper, sometimes I find myself sitting here asking myself, like, what is it I would do, or what am I willing to do? I'll never forget, a while back, my baby brother, I sent him a video. I can't remember the name of the movie. I think it was a clip from The Town or something like that or whatever. And the guy was just like, hey, I'm about to go do some bad things, might hurt some people, whatever, blah, 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 and that was it. And then he was just like, so we taking your car and my car. And and sometimes you gotta have people like that ready, man, because it's like, not saying, we're gonna go out and commit no murders or whatever. That's not the goal or the intent, but if it comes down to it, if I need to handle something, I need to know you're ready. Like, are you willing to be down with that? Because I'll never forget, I don't know if I want to bring this up. Well, I'll bring it up. So I'll never forget. I won't use names. How about that? So I'll never forget.
You sure it won't be implied though? Because I mean, they talking about brothers keepers, and
I'll just say this. So someone I knew, I think that's the best way to say it. So someone I knew was going through a situation with this guy, and it was getting to the point where it was a little physical, and I was just like, I'm not liking that. Like, if anybody know me, there's a lot of stuff I tolerate, but I don't tolerate no man putting his hands on a woman at all. And and I was real heated about it. I hit my boys up. I'm like, yo, I'm ready to pop off on this dude or whatever. They're like, yo, what's going on? Blah blah blah. I gave them a rundown and all that, whatever. They was like, hey, say word. And I was,
so what time? Like,
you're right. Yeah, I was, everybody was at work like, shit. What time? I get off at 6.
Yeah,
shit, like,
I was like, shit, I get off in an hour. Where we gotta be at?
And it was just a little thing like that. It was just like, hey, if I know I need somebody's gonna ride, y'all ready to ride? Like, cause I was heated about it, man. Cause like I said, I don't tolerate that. I don't put my hands on no woman. I damn sure don't put no hands on my wife. She can tell you that. Right. And I just can't, I can't condone no man putting his hand on any woman. I don't give a damn how mad you is, whatever. If you that mad, take your ass on. That's how I feel about it. Okay. But granted, that's just another, another slice of the pie as far as what are you willing to do, and I'll never forget, me and my wife was looking up something or whatever, and it was just like, I think the question was, if I committed a murder, would you help me find, hide the body? I told my wife, I said, hell yeah, I'll do that for you. She's like, nah, I think I'm gonna call the police on you. I was like, God damn,
no.
You gonna call the police on me? like you ain't gonna have my back. She's like, yeah, nah, not when it comes to murder and blah blah. I was like, dang, that's messed up.
Hey, well, I mean, you got some people that's like that though, which is quite understandable. I mean, something as heavy as a murder. I mean, you know, you wouldn't quite know exactly what to do at that moment. So I mean, I guess the safest bet would to be, would be called the authorities.
Yeah.
However, why risk both of you guys going to jail for a dead body present, and y'all two are the only two people in that area? So it
Turn into an accessory.
Yeah, so it's like, well, I heard jail is not a fun place. So I mean, it's just one of those things. It's one of those things. I wouldn't right away make an answer, but if it was for the betterment of both of us not going to jail, hey man, how much does lying cost? I'm just saying, man. Like, do we need to cut this body up, in different pieces? Or
I tell you what, man, I should have never watched shows like Breaking Bad and How to Get Away with Murder. Like, cause I look at them, I'll be thinking like,
oh, yeah, that's poison.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. Just
yeah, that's not good for you.
Cause I'll tell you what, man, if anybody ever watched Breaking Bad teaches you some stuff. I was like, wow, that's all it takes.
Yeah, dude.
Anyways, I mean, I digress, man. But it's just like different things, man. Like like I know someone was coming to me and just tell me like, I guess it's going back to men putting their hand on women. Like a friend of mine, she came to me and told me something like that. More likely, I'm gonna go tune them up because I don't condone that or whatever.
Tune them up.
Yeah, tune them up. That's I'm gonna keep it like that. Oil engine light check.
Right?
Yeah. Tune them up. Man, that's all it's gonna be. That's all I'm gonna leave it at.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Understandable.
What's going on?
I was gonna ask you. You
No,
good?
you're good.
Okay. I was gonna ask you. So, what stipulations would you not do? What lines would you not cross when it comes to, I guess being a brother's keeper? And not necessarily because you don't want to, but it may be to a point where if I cross this line, this could greatly affect, our relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like, it could possibly end, the brotherhood and things like that. What are your non-negotiables? When it comes to that.
So, when it comes to being my brother's keeper and whatever I would do for them or whatever, I don't think I hate to say it, I don't think there's a line I wouldn't cross. Mm-hmm. Now, I will say the only line I would not cross is, me sleeping with my homie's girl.
Gotcha.
That's or my brother's girl. That's crossing the line. And I bring that up because I've seen situations where a female might be with a guy, she'll throw herself at you, whatever, and you're just like, nah, I can't. Yeah. I can't do that to my brother. I'm not gonna cross that line. Blah blah blah. I think for me that's the only line I want to cross. Yeah. Just for that reason because at the end of the day I'm looking at this female that's trying to approach me. You're with my brother, so you're like a sister to me. Like, ew, like, I don't want to touch you. Like, get off me. Like, just stuff like that, whatever. But to be honest, I don't think there's a line I went across my brothers, man.
That's interesting. I think my sentiments are about exact too. Yeah. Because I can't really think too many. Just us, us and the other two. We've done a lot of stuff together, and either we was all in or not, but 9 times out of 10 we was all in for something.
Yeah.
Tomfoolery and all that, So I mean, I can't really think of too many lines that I can't really think besides what you stated. That's something I would never do either. But other than that, shoot. If we had to do a heist, not saying that we would, but I'm just saying if we had to do a heist, I'm like, shoot, where the money at, bro? And we splitting it 4 ways. How much we getting it?
Right.
A word? Oh, okay, yeah. Nah, I can do that. Maybe I probably would. I don't know. I probably would not be in the action. Maybe I'll be the getaway driver. Yeah, I don't want to gun butt people, and if they're in their life, and we just want the money.
You know what? I figured it out.
What's that?
I figured out the lines I wouldn't cross.
Okay, cool.
So not only the whole my brother's woman or anything like that, whatever, but if there's anything as far as crossing the line as pedophilia or kidnapping someone innocent or things of that nature, I'm not with that.
There we go.
Like if anything, you bring me into some situation, I got a question like, hey, what's going on?
Yeah.
You tell me, hey man, don't worry about it, it's all right, blah blah. I'm like, I'm not liking this, bro. I'm not liking this. Especially, and I bring up pedophilia because there's been instances where you've seen people and even family members cover for other family members because, for whatever reason, because they're family. And I just don't get with that. Like I've seen, and I mean, I might be taking a little dark, but I've actually seen like, a guy that's with this girl or whatever, he's doing whatever to her and blah, blah, blah. Mama know about it, the mama to him know about it or whatever, and then she just doesn't say anything. She just turns a blind eye. And then not even that, you might have instances where the mother of the daughter that's, going through it and being through this, whatever, she's not saying anything because, oh no, he got money, baby, you can't leave him and blah, blah, blah. Like, it's, when you dig deep into some families and what they condone or what they'll, allow, it's kind of dicey.
Yeah.
So I will say that I won't condone any of that. I'm not for any of that. So if you are killing, you come to me like, hey, bro, I got this tape, bro. I'm pissing on this girl, bro. I need you to record it. No. No. So just and I hate to pull that out, but that's the only thing I can think of that I won't go for. But now if it's someone that hurt you or hurt the family, something like that, we gotta take care of it.
Yeah.
We gotta take care of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna be leaving it at.
Yeah, just gotta handle business.
Yeah, so that's the only way I see it, man. And then and I would expect someone like if they knew something was going on or whatever, speak up. And then if not, and then everybody just sit around like everything's all right, and it's not cool.
Yeah.
So that's something I can't condone. I can't be a part of nothing like that.
I got you.
Yeah, like I said, that's just me, but. I'm down for my brother for anything, but if it's I gotta have common sense at the same time too.
Yeah,
absolutely. If it doesn't seem right to me, then it ain't right.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. You're not a real brother if you're not, in a sense, checking that person because we ain't never did this before growing up. So why is this? Why are we doing this now?
All
right. Interesting story, because when it comes to I guess, when it comes to brotherhood, and siblings know this, you're always going to bump heads. There's a story with me and him, actually. And he says he don't really remember too much of it. I remember this shit like it was yesterday. His dad took us to South Carolina. Mm-hmm. We went to Myrtle Beach. We was out on the strip doing, I think they had the Ripley's, believe it or not.
Yeah.
And then they had some haunted house or whatever. So we was walking down the strip, it was me and him and his cousins, his family and things like that. Now, where it does get fuzzy, it gets fuzzy to where the actual confrontation started, because I honestly don't know how it started, how we even got there, but next thing that I knew, me and this man going back and forth about something. I mean, we was getting mad, like we was getting extremely upset, where it almost led to hand to hand, just touching. Like we both almost had put hands on each other.
I don't even remember.
I cannot for the life of me remember how it started, why it started. I don't remember. But funny thing was, we weren't grown at the time. His dad paid for the rooms. We had to go back to the same rooms. We had to go back to the same room the same night, so we still had to see each other. It was like Ray and Claude on Life. Right. Like it just mad for no, and I really can't remember that. But I like I said, I can't remember why and how it started, but I do remember it, ending. It was on some shit that we seen on TV, I think. It just ended up in it, and we ended up dapping up and things like that. Like, man, I remember me saying, bro, that shit was stupid. I really don't know what we was doing. He was like, yeah, man, that was some bullshit. And then, you know, just since then, we've never really. I never thought to have any kind of confrontation. Yeah, we don't agree on everything, but it's we don't. We've never taken it past what happened years ago at Myrtle Beach because of something stupid. Like I said, I can't even remember what it was, but I guess I will add that that next line. If I can if it can be helped, I would never resort to having to fight any of my brothers, especially for no reason at all. You know what I mean? Because for one, why? It's like you didn't hit me. You didn't hit me. You didn't spit at me. You didn't talk bad at my family. And vice versa. I never done those things. We know each other. We've been in each other's house, ate out each other's refrigerators. So it's one of those lines where I wouldn't cross either because if all things can be talked out, especially the longevity that we've had. Everything can be talked out. And it's it's not as hard as people think it is, man. You just got to be willing to listen and accept it, and listen to understand, and not listen to just respond. It just got to be open and things like that. But that's how and that's a recipe for longevity. Just people listening to understand, being open to understand, and like I say, yeah, that's one of those lines. That's another line that I would never cross, and I would hope that we would never have to get back, because like I said, back then that was heated, man.
That wasn't our first time either.
That wasn't our first time either, but that was more prominent though, like that, because I remember that. Because other times, I vaguely remember, but I remember this one specifically because it escalated pretty quick, and it was pretty bad. Your cousins was like, y'all need to chill.
Like I said, till this day, still don't know what we was arguing about.
That part. I don't know what we was arguing about, but it couldn't have been nothing important.
And then just expunging on that, whatever, just because you consider yourself your brother's keeper don't mean y'all not gonna get into arguments, don't mean y'all not gonna disagree. That's not what it's about. At the end of the day, or whatever, y'all gonna have disagreements. There's gonna be days you probably do want to hit their ass. Is it gonna lead to it? No,
probably not.
No, but it happens. Like because I remember my little brother, whatever, he was doing bad in school and stuff like that or whatnot. And I'm just looking at him like, what you doing, man? You smarter than that. Why are you doing all this blah, blah, blah? What got your mind off track or whatever? And, bro, I'm talking about I went there. I went to the house. Cause I wasn't living with them at the time. So I went to the house, bro. It was like singing out of ATL.
Found out you was selling
right, when T.I. found out his brother was selling dope, bro, I came up to him, the couch was wailing on him, but like, what's wrong with you, boy? You better than that, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And, after the fact, I was like, probably shouldn't have did that, but then it gave him some get right because he didn't do it no more after that, because with my brother, not only did I have to play my brother's keeper, I also played the father role as well. And with that being said, what my dad wasn't prepared to deal with, I was prepared to deal with. And I say that in a sense because I knew stuff that he was going through that my dad maybe didn't know he was going through. So I use that to my advantage to talk with him and things of that nature.
Yeah.
But
I'm sorry. Okay, and I can, like I said, I don't biologically have siblings, but I do have cousins that I've been around with longer, and they've considered me their brother / uncle / dad / whatever / you can you could think of. And my one of my older cousins, I had to get on him a couple years back because he decided that he wanted to skip school. Yep, him and one of his friends. one of his friends, he was actually staying with us at the time. But I remember getting off work because at the time I was working night shift, so I would get back in the morning. Usually, when I get back to the house, when I get to the house, everybody's gone, and I'm asleep. So, I've noticed when I pulled up to the house, I noticed the truck was there, and that truck was what Quali was driving. Well, my cousin was driving. I was like, okay, that shouldn't be there because they would be at school.
Right.
Maybe the truck didn't work and they took the bus. Don't know. Got in the house. I noticed the door was open. Usually when you leave, the door is closed because you don't want nobody coming in the house. But don't nobody else be in the house but us.
Yeah.
So, but he decided he left it open. I was like, all right. That's weird, and maybe that's just me and my situational awareness. But the military would do that to you. So I go upstairs. I'm like, huh. I get upstairs. I see him. Not only do I see him, I also see his little sister. She had missed school too, but he normally takes her to school first before they go.
Right.
Before they go to their school. So because he overslept, she ended up missing school too, and then the friend, he was sleeping downstairs, and I didn't notice him when I came in the house, because after I done, gave gave them the wrath of God, upstairs. I came downstairs and I just see feet. I'm like, whose feet are these? I look in the corner, it's his friend too. I'm like, oh, word? So you skimming school too? So he got the same wrath, just like them.
Mm-hmm.
I do not spare the rod for nobody. you living in the roots? No. Everybody get it. Everybody getting it.
Mm-hmm.
But back to the older cousin. I've had to play the big brother role. And the father role too, because his mother, my older cousin, single mom, she has to go to work and things like that. So I've had to play multiple hats for them too.
Mm-hmm.
And it's pretty cool, especially with him because since he's in his teens and now he's graduating, he's in college now. But just growing up, because since I don't have any siblings, well, I don't have an older brother or an older sibling. I've never had anybody to come up to, just ask certain questions that I think a sibling would, handle that.
Right.
I ended up being on the receiving end of it, my cousin coming to me asking these questions that, at first didn't really have the answers to because, I didn't know myself, but, you would like to think that you're doing the best, that try to do your best to answer those things and try to fill the void that he's that he or she is looking for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I believe that's another notch to add as far as being a brother's keeper. And like I said at the beginning, it really didn't matter. Not necessarily just brother specific, but just the whole principle of it. You being that person's right hand. Somebody to confide in. My dad, me and him was talking. He said, "There's really about 3 people you need to recognize. Your associates, your friends, and your confidants." I was like, "Oh, really?" Yeah. Now at first, at the time he told, right, okay. And at first when he told me this, he told me this years back. I didn't really quite understand what he was saying. I mean, I knew the associate part. And then I guess that friends and confidants was kind of like a gray area.
Yeah, that's what I was confused about.
Yeah, because I think in a way he was trying to explain it. Of course, associates is, that's we obviously know what role they play.
Mm-hmm.
I think he was trying to explain that friends, they're not quite associates, but they can interchange. They're interchangeable. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You follow it?
Yeah.
So they're interchangeable. They're there for whatever time they're there, and just like the seasons, they change, or they just happen to leave because they fulfilled their time.
Yeah.
They fulfilled their time in your life. And then of course, confidants. You know, I consider you my brother, but I can definitely label you as my confidant. And Tony and Silk, my confidants, because we've stood work. We've stood through the test of time, man. Like this, what, 15 plus years?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, 2023 will actually make it a full 20. Yeah, because that's when I moved to. That's when I moved here and met y'all through middle school and high. Yeah, so.
I ain't gonna do the math.
Don't do
I
that.
don't want to do the math.
Just about 20 years. Damn, yo. So yeah, that's a long time. But yeah, and it's funny because it now clicks. Like I said, with my dad, there's three people you need to recognize: your associates, your friends, and your confidants. And it's just one of those things where a lot of people get, kind of get those things mixed up.
Yeah.
Because they'll put their associates as their confidants, but really, they're just associates, or they mix up their friends with their associates.
Yeah.
Because like I said, they can be interchangeable. They can be there for a long time, but then, like we said, life happens. They end up leaving.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, not necessarily because they don't like you anymore, but life happens.
Yeah.
But it's very important that we recognize our confidants because if all else fails, you got your family and things like that. Family, they play a role too, but to have to know the feeling that you got your day ones with you. You still got your day ones with you to hold you down. That they got your back, and whatever they got to do to help out, they're willing to do it because they're your confidants. That feeling is unmatched. I mean, hell, real story. My apartment complex, washer and dryers don't work for shit. I've had to thug out a lot of my clothes, for about good 2 weeks, Now I change my drawers. I always keep my drawers clean. If anything else, my drawers gonna be clean. But I had to come to him, to use his washer and dryer, to wash my clothes, because at the time I didn't want to spend any money at the laundromat. Couldn't spend any money on the laundromat, to be honest with you. But so I came to him. He was like, "Man, of course." It wasn't even a question. Those are the type of people that you need in your circle, and I feel a lot of people don't have that.
Yeah.
Because you still have people that's running around, not running around running around doing their own thing, and you can see it through social media too, just by what people post,
Mm-hmm.
On Facebook especially. Because, man, they tell the whole life story on Facebook.
Just about.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell who's in their circle and who's pivotal in their life,
Yeah.
or not. You can easily tell that. So, but yeah, man, when my pops told me about that 3, of course, at the time it went in one ear out the other, I was like, all right, cool. I'm 30 now, and it it makes sense. It hits different when you get older, So it all makes sense now, and I feel as though that I made the right decisions in knowing who I can count on, and knowing that they can count on me as well, because we're codependent, so it does, it's very confident in knowing that I got 3 confidants, well, really 4, but he's part of Corner too, but just not in the cast, but but yeah, so didn't mean to take didn't mean to sound long-winded on that,
Hey,
but
bro,
you know.
take your time, brother.
Cool.
You got something to say, bro. People know.
Like, hey, yo, Dre, I got something to say. But yeah.
But like, I mean, he knows that, and all of them know that when it comes to him and Sil, all of them know that, you know, when it comes to something that either one of us need, we got to give, we're gonna give it, because that's just all about being my brother's keeper. If I got, you know, what you need, I'm gonna make sure you get it. And you know, like I said, that's how I am with all of them. And then, you know, the thing about our group or whatever, I ain't gonna say a lot of us, all of us are prideful. You know, it's very hard for us to ask or say anything to each other at a moment's notice. It's just like, damn, man, like I really want them chips, but I don't want you to give them for me.
Right,
Like, It'd be stuff like that, man. Like I know they only 50 cents, but I don't want you to give them for me, man. I'd rather go beat somebody's ass for 50 cents asking you.
Right, like I'll just starve, man. I'll just starve, bro.
That's how
I'm paying for my meal and stuff, but man, I'll just starve before I let you cover my meal, bro.
Right. But at the end of the day, we all know that, you know, we gotta give. We're gonna do it. You know, no matter how much the other one might complain. Nah, no, don't do that, man. Take this thing, man. Just stop. Just take it, man.
I'm gonna eat it though, but I ain't gonna like it. But I am thankful though.
Oh man, but I think, to be honest, man, I just think that's men in general, man. Like, you know, we don't like have to take from one another or whatever, because it feels like, all right, now I owe you, now I gotta put that in my, you know, Rolodex of things that I owe you or whatever, you know.
I was gonna say, but see, that's why we have to know the difference from associates and friends, because more likely they will do that, they will hold that against you. But confidants, we know you're struggling. Because I was struggling. I would hope that you would help me if I was struggling. Because I would do the same for you too. So it's one of those things where, you know, it's like, you know, you my dog, man. Don't worry about it. You know, just pay it forward. You know.
Pretty much. Like, yeah, whatever I did for you, do for someone else or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, and I've seen a lot of us do that. You know, like, you know, they just been like, okay, we make sure we help each other out. Now, we've helped other people out too. Right?
Oh yeah.
Some people that deserved it, some people that didn't. And I'm gonna be for real with you. That just goes on that borderline between confidants and associates. There's some people in your life that's only there for a season. You know, you might put a lot of energy into them. You might do all this stuff to help them out, things of that nature. But at the end of the day, they was just there for a season.
Yep.
You know, because I mean, there was someone that was in my life previously or whatever. I treated him like a brother. You know, there was nothing I wanted to do for him. I supported him and everything he did, because I consider him my brother. That was my brother. I was his keeper or whatever. You know, if it meant from picking him up, taking him certain places, if it meant from getting him to here or there, whatever, I was down to do it if I was available to do it or whatever. You know, there's even been times I take time, like, off of work to go help you out, whatever you got going on or whatnot. Just the type of friend, type brother I am or whatever. But at the end of the day or whatnot, you know, that's what it's about. You know, you don't know who's going to be in your life for a season. You would hope that people you bring in is going to stay there forever, but it's just not the case. You know, like we expunged on before, whatever. The corner used to be bigger than just me, Mac, and Silk. There was a whole plethora of people that was in the corner, man. You know, people just got older. People just kind of moved on or whatever. Things just changed or whatever, you know. And, you know, as we always said before in the previous episode, we don't hold no ill will against nobody or whatever. Things happen. People move on. I get it. Do you live your life? You know, be something greater than whatever it was that was holding you back from being in this. You know, but, you know, it's just one of those things, man. You just gotta be able to move past it. It might hurt a little bit, but you gotta be able to move past.
It's gonna sting.
Yeah, it's gonna sting, man. But you just gotta be able to move past that and know that you did what you were supposed to do as a friend, as a, you know, confidant, as a, you know, brother, whatever have you. You know, and last thing for me, I remember she's my cousin. I call her my sister because I mean we literally been together since the womb, pretty much. So I'll never forget. I used to work in the movie theaters or whatnot. I think it was either movie theaters or church. She's one of them. And I was getting off work. It was late at night, probably like 11, 12 o'clock at night or whatever. And you know, her friends hitting me up like, "Hey, your sister here or whatever. You know, she's in the back. She's been drinking a little bit, blah blah blah." And you know, there's a lot of people surrounding her. I'm like, "What?" So you know, I hop in my little '95 Civic. Well, I'm getting. You know, they tell me where they at, blah blah. I run in, and then like I tell people all the time, I'm not the biggest person, but I'm gonna make my presence felt.
There you go.
I walked in a room, people cleared out my way. I came looking for my sister. Where's my sister at? I see a bunch of guys crowding around. I'm like, hey, move. I pick her up, I take her, I put it in the car or whatever. I said, I don't know what y'all thought was going on, but it's not happening today.
Yeah.
You know, I cleared that out real quick, and that was just me being her brother, being her protector, being her keeper, or whatnot. And that, like I said, that I don't take that role lightly, at all. You know, so when I say I'm your, if I call myself your keeper or whatever, or my brother's keeper or whatnot, I mean that when I say that. And I'm gonna do whatever it is I can for you when I'm available to do it for you. Even if I'm not available, I'll make a way to do it. If that makes sense. But that's really most of all of what I had to say about that as far as being my brother's keeper. I'm pretty sure there's more we could touch on. I'm pretty sure there's more stories we could drum up. But that's all for me. So Mac, if you got anything else, let me know.
I don't think I do. At least not a lot. Just keeping it simple. Recognize who's for you and who aren't. And it's important to declutter your. I think it's really important to declutter your social, your circle.
Free space.
Yeah, free space. Just from unwanted people, because, like I said, in this age of social media, you friends with like 1 million people, but you don't even know 1% of them, or even under that. To be honest with you, you don't know half of those people. Half those people want to be your friend just so they can be in your business. And you gotta ask yourself, did I step on some toes? Just saying, like most of people are just in your life to be in your business, just so they can know what you're doing.
Keep tabs on it.
Yeah, just to keep tabs. And you gotta recognize if that's conducive to your life, and most of the time it's not. But we as social creatures, we all want to be wanted. That's just how we are. But not everybody is allowed to be in your life. You know what I'm saying? You have to declutter and make space for the ones that that are important to you. The ones that for a fact, if they were to leave, it would probably change my social dynamic. Like, truth be told, I'm not sure what my life would be without my brother, without my other brothers. I think I can tell you it'll be hard. It'll be pretty difficult. Without them. I could definitely agree with that. So you really have to recognize those type of people, because they come once in a lifetime. You're not gonna find too many people that are like that, and we sometimes take that for granted. Like I said, people come and go in your life. That's just a phase in your life. But to still have the select few people, practically growing up with you, in our case, going on about getting close to 20 years strong. You're not gonna meet those type of people every day. So if you do recognize those type of people, get rid of everybody else, or at least because everybody plays a role. Put those people in their respective roles, and make way for the ones that actually give you abundance in life. Not just there to be there, to be in your business, and just to be nosy. You want those people in your life that makes your life abundant. That you're not in scarcity, because a person that's in the scarcity mindset is going to have a gazillion friends on Facebook, because they don't want to be alone. Yeah, that's the truth. I'm not trying to step on nobody's toes or anything, but that's just the truth. People live in a scarcity mindset because they fear the feeling of being alone.
Right.
And I mean, it's okay to. Yeah, I mean, hey, it's okay to be by yourself sometimes. You know, you're not gonna want to talk to people every day. I don't always want to talk to him every day because I got other shit going on too. You know, like and so does he, and so the rest of the corner. You know, they got lives of their own too. However, you know, after you take care of those, you know, your duties, it always feels good to come back, you know, to where it all started, which was the corner, and you know, to just, you know, embrace the brotherhood that we've developed over the years, you know, and you know, it's where you can just, you know, decompress, you know, take that armor off because you've been fighting with the world, put your swords down, and just chop it up with your boys, or, you know, females, chop it up with your girls, and things like that. You know, you can't do that with a million people. You're not going to be able to do that with a million people. So it's important to declutter your friend list and, you know, make room for the people that are actually important for you. That's my closing on that.
That works.
Yeah.
You know what's funny, man?
What's
One
up?
time you was talking, I
What's up?
think, I think next year we hitting 20 years, to be honest.
Next year?
Yeah, because I remember I was 11.
Okay.
So at that point, my little brother came through. Me and you was already friends when I was 11. So
Yeah.
that would mean we are coming up on it.
Oh, well, excuse me. We are.
Because this has been since 6th grade, so that was.
Yeah.
I don't want to be old, man.
2003, we here, dog. You don't want to be old, but we already here. Especially me. You know, I hit 32 months ago.
Yeah.
We are here, dog. We are here, and it's fine. I've embraced it. I'm honestly, 30 will unlock some shit that you didn't realize that was laying dormant in your subconscious.
Damn.
Nah, it's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, be ready to embrace it, but yeah, it's cool. It's cool. It is awesome.
I hear you. Ah, man. So to close it out, man. This has been another episode of The Corner. I'm glad y'all could come tonight and whatnot. You know, like I said, it was only us two, but we made it work. We still had a good dialogue. I feel like we still gave y'all some, you know, good, you know, healthy content or whatnot. You know, if you take anything from today's show, just remember, you know, not only, you know, is it about being your brother's keeper, you can be a sister's keeper, you can be your cousin's keeper. It doesn't matter as long as you're there for people and you're, you know, there to be in their need when they need you. You know, help out wherever you can and be there for them and be able to knock some sense into them if need be at the same time. You know what I mean? So, like I said, man, this has been another segment. Y'all stay tuned next Saturday for the next episode. And also, we are dropping our first comedy skit. So,
Hope I'm funny.
it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna really test our little comedy bug. Like, I feel like we're funny, but I feel like we're funny to each other.
Yeah.
So you know, so it's gonna be funny. it's gonna be funny to see how we are actually trying to be funny because this comedy skit coming up, man, is gonna be a portion of the corner stories. And what we'll be doing is just reenacting something that happened a couple of years ago where my designated driver got drunk.
Which is me.
Yeah, that was it. I didn't want to say it. I didn't know he was gonna point his stuff out.
That's cool.
Right.
That's cool.
But so it's I think it's gonna be good, man, because it was funny to us when it happened, when everything went down. So I don't know, man. Y'all just definitely stay tuned, man. And we'll just go from there. Like I said, we appreciate y'all for coming out. Appreciate y'all watching, tuning in, and as I always say,
Come on, y'all.
as I always say,
You gotta repeat himself.
as I always say,
Come on, y'all.
like and subscribe.
Please.
We are here.
We
are here. We are working.
When I say this man brain sizzles from all
Man.
the edits, man. Man.
Smoke coming out the top of my head, man.
I'm telling you.
We do a lot, man. Like last week, we took a big L, man. We lost a lot of content. And you know what happened?
Yeah.
We ain't getting not one like on that video.
Oh,
Like, we ain't getting not one like. I think somebody liked it, then they took it away.
Whoa,
I'm like, yo, where the love at? Like, what's going on? But, you know, it is what it is, man. You know, sometimes you just got to be a struggling artist, I guess. You know what I mean? But, you know, I thought, you know, that was a good little chunk of content I still gave y'all. But, you know, if you want to feel it, you want to feel it. I get it. You know, I'm not going to force y'all. Well, I can't force y'all to like something. So if you don't like it, you don't like it. Cool. You know, but I'm not going to stop, man, because every day is so hard to keep going and doing this, man. Like, it's a lot, man, you know, so when it goes from equipment to recording to editing and all that stuff, whatever, it is a process. Yeah. It's definitely a process, but, you know, I got my brothers, you know, I got the whole cast of the Corner that try to continue, even families and friends that say that, hey, we tune into your episode or whatnot. Oh, y'all watch it? Yeah, we watch every episode. Oh. I didn't know. You know what I mean? You know, like, because, you know, I don't have the visibility to just be like, okay, yeah, this person's watching, that person watching. All I see is views. It just says I got views. I don't know who's looking. So it really did my heart good last weekend with my family, with my wife's side of the family.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So not just my family, but my wife's side of the family.
I had a couple coworkers from my, like, 2 previous jobs that hit me up saying, hey, man, what's up, superstar? And at first I'm like, what you talking about?
Yeah.
You know, what you mean? It's like, yeah, man, you know, I've been watching YouTube videos. I'm like, really? Really? And these are co-workers back from 2017. I'm like, oh, wow, I didn't know. Man, well, thank you. Man. Thank you.
I'm telling you, man, we don't know how much love and support we got out there until we actually start hearing it from people, man. So, you know, continue doing what y'all doing, man. Like, the Facebook page is almost at 200 likes. Man. Like, to me, that's big.
And that's y'all.
To me, that's big. That's y'all, man. So, I mean, people I don't even know was liking the Corner and things of that nature. That, you know, they're messing with the content, man. Oh, yeah. So that's all we ask, man. Just y'all keep watching, y'all keep supporting, like and subscribe, man. You know, to my friends, I love y'all. To my family, I love y'all. I appreciate the support, man. I appreciate the support. You know, y'all will be seeing this uploaded. Oh, yeah. It'll look a lot crisper. I think I finally figured out how to work this new equipment we got now. So, you know, I'm more confident with it now because last week we took the L. Yeah, man. I'm talking about the thing caught on fire. Well, it ain't caught on fire, but it was hot. Yeah. It was hot. Like, I was like, I guess the content we dropped was so good, the thing was burning, bro. Sizzling.
Of course. Of course, there's too much heat, man.
Too much. Oh man, but we definitely thank y'all for tuning in, man. We're gonna end it here, man. This has been another episode of The Corner. Yep. And this is episode 13. Season 2. Yeah. I never thought we'd make it to season 2, but we here. Season 2, we here.
We working, man.
Yeah, we working. So like I said, stay tuned for the episode next week. And we are dropping a comedy skit this weekend as well, so y'all keep tuned for that, alright?
Absolutely.
Until then, in between time, peace out.
Watch your 6. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
Yeah.
Range.
You bump some Jeezy before you
No. I'm good. You ready?
Yeah, man, I'm ready.
I know the mic's on, the camera's rolling.
The mic's good. Okay.
Yeah, I can see. Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.